We share. Oh, take a ride with me.
My name is Mathew Felix Gabriel. I'm a civil servant and I'm a graduate from Nasarawa State University, Kefi, in Nigeria. I studied geography, which I will start back from my university days and from how I got my admission. I was sitting at home, though I have applied. A friend just called me that he sold my name in a newspaper. I said, who knows me and where? How comes my name appears in newspaper? But my friends didn't tell me that it was admission, so I was surprised. I now rushed to Kefi in order to see the daily. There are so many challenges that students normally face. I know that one, but my greatest challenge when I was writing projects, me and my friend, whose name is Godwin Atai. So we are writing the project together, and the topic of the project was the effect of topography on radio transmission. So what we normally do is that we go to so many places, and our case study was Jos, Plateau State, Nigeria. And we normally go to the mountains and in the valley, the lowest peak of the village and the highest peak of the village, in order to know what caused radio transmission in such places. But before we go, we used to go or enter the place legally, because it was that time that there were so many crises back then in that very particular state. So we will go and meet the village head first. After meeting the village heads, we will ask him for permission, introduce ourselves, that we are students from Nasarawa State University, showed our ID card. After showing the ID card, what we do, they will now grant us permission to go onto their mountain and in the valley and take our readings. We go with GPRS, the equipment that we are using. We have GPRS, we have our generator, we have car battery, we have cable wires and our system. Then we have some breath inside our bag and water like that. So when we go, we have to take sample of 12 mountains, and we know student, our lecturer by then, he have also written a project on that particular aspect. So there's no anything we will do that he will not be sure of what we are doing. And even though we said we are going to exaggerate some readings, just as how some students used to do some crook method, but we know fully he have written projects on that lecturer. So we are so careful to do everything. So we take all the readings in almost all the mountains and the valley. The last one, we had to rush in order to go back to school. From Jos to Kefi it was about 2 hours journey. So we are rushing to finish everything that evening in order to go back, because we are writing tests around 10 o'clock in the morning. So the last village we went to, we couldn't meet the village heads of that very particular place. But we went and meet some youth. They were playing football in the playground, but they normally used to have some people that they are not playing and they are watching ball. So we introduced ourselves, we showed our ID card. We are students this is what we are doing. Take the effect of radio topography on radio transmission. They say, no problem, you should go. We went to the valley. So before we go, we are not conversant with that particular place, but we pick somebody to help us in order to show us the place that we're supposed to enter and where we don't supposed to enter. And we bargained with him. He was a student from secondary school, but he said he have a challenge. He wants to pay his WAEC. We said, no problem. After we have finished everything, we are going to settle and pay your WAEC. So he was happy about that. So he was the one showing us where to go. But meanwhile, we hired a bike that we'll be using, because there are some places that is not motorable. So we use bike. We hired a bike in order to pay at the end of the day. So what happens, among the 3 of us, I was the only person that knows how to ride the bike. So I was riding the bike. The only thing I checked, there is brake, there is lights, and everything was okay. So we went there. So in reaching to that particular place, as I said earlier, that we were not able to meet the village head, but we meet some youth in the community. So we asked them, what are we going to do? So they said, we are okay, we can go to the valley and take some readings. So after we take our readings, everything was okay. But there are some places we get to know that we cannot enter with our bike. They were saying, what is this person doing there? So I was so quiet, though they didn't come close to me, but I was hearing them from a short distance. So, but meanwhile, those people now went and alert all the youth in that village that they saw some people, they are planning evils in the valley, maybe setting bomb, maybe something will happen in the next hours in their village. So not knowing that, they now gather to wait for us while coming. So after everything, we finished taking our reading. So on our way going back, people now come and arrested us. So when they arrest us, we explain ourselves. Who are you people? We say we are students from Nasarawa State University in Nigeria. So they refused to understand. We show ID card, still they couldn't believe. So they started sending us towards the bush. And what their plan was that let them just take us to the bush and kill the three of us. And that is all. That we are planning setting bomb. We are Boko Haram members, everything. So we insist, we are not going to the bush. While they were pushing us, we are struggling with them. So thank God, one among them was able to understand us a little bit, because he asked us, he would tell his fellow youths there that understand these people. They are not saying they will run away. What they are busy telling you, since you refuse to understand what we mean, please take them to police station or their villages so that they will explain better. So small time, they now pick offense. They nearly beat that very particular person that was telling them these guys are innocent from the explanation. So what happened? We said we will not go to the bush because honestly, I know that time they were planning to send us to the bush just to go and kill us. But finally, they agreed with the person that said, take them to police station. When we went there, they take us to the village shed. So as soon as we reached, they just tied every one of us. They tied our hands from the back. They seized our phones. They refused to, they deny us from communication. They call police. Police come. They do all their investigation. They scare us. But we are still standing on our ground. Nothing happened. They now went and bring another person that person is an intelligent. If he sees any criminal he used to know without even interview. So that person now come. What he does was that he just cocked gun straight into our foreheads. He said, if you are not ready to say the truth, he will kill all of us. We said, we are really students. We are writing projects. Look at the equipment you are using. Search our bags. So they search our bags. Before they search our bags, so many of them run away that maybe bomb will now explode. But what they see in our bags is cable wires, pure water, and bread, because we are climbing mountains now. No time to eat food. We just eat our bread and be drinking our pure water, and generator and car battery. That's what they see. So the intelligent now says, say the truth. We say yes. What they now, the intelligent now use another method. He will carry this particular person, go and interview you somewhere, and come back. He will carry my friend again and interview him somewhere. Thank God I go so kind. The same thing, exactly what I said, that's exactly what my friend repeated. And the person that goes with us, he was not a student from the university. He was a secondary student by then. Though he explained what he means. He said, these guys just said I should work with them and show them some places they are ready to pay my WAEC fee. So the same thing, they refused to agree. But meanwhile, the youth in the community were shouting in the background that, we don't want this kind of illiterate village set. We have seen Boko Haram members, we have seen criminals, just allow us to kill them. And you are doing which investigation you are doing, allow us to kill them. So we are just there. I started shivering. I said, I want to ease myself. They said, no, that I will escape if I go. I said, I won't escape. Okay, they now ask some guys to follow me to go and ease myself. Where I just shifted small, they said I should ease myself there. Ladies were there around, but I was not ashamed. I removed I eased myself. So I come back. They said, then why are you shivering? I say, it's hunger. Since morning I've been eating. So suddenly, the intelligent do whatever he wants to do. He cocked his gun. They now, to the extent they give us our phones back. that everybody should make his final call that we are going to be shot to death. So what happened is that they have given us all our phones. They tied us, lie down on the bench. That boy that we go together with him, my friend, and I was the last person. Okay, that boy was the last person. My friend, I was in the middle. So giving us phone to make our final call. They give the other guy first, which he was not a student. Or I make your final call. He now called, Daddy, this is what is happening now. I see some people, they introduce themselves as students. They say they are writing project and they promise to pay my WAEC after we finish writing the project. So, but look at the situation now. We went to a particular place and they arrested us and we are about to be killed. So please, Daddy, if they succeeded in killing me, this is the place that you can come and locate where they killed me. So he mentioned the name of the place, and that is all. I can hear from the background from the phone, his family members started crying. Where are you? Please beg them, we are coming. Tell them we are coming to explain. They refuse. They say, oh yeah, oh guy, it's okay. They collect his phone back. Now my friend, it was his turn to talk. So my friend, he called, he said, Daddy, please, I'm sorry. Thank you for taking care of me, for training me to university level. And I know I'm the firstborn. You people have spent a lot. Look at the money I'm spending in writing my project. You sponsor everything. Even the GPRS we are using, we hired it about 30-something thousand per day. So we are rushing to finish everything because if you enter the second day, we are paying almost 70-something thousand. So that's why we are rushing to finish everything that night. So he told his parents, please, Daddy, look at the situation I'm facing. But if they will kill us now, please take care of my younger ones. I know they will do whatever I'm supposed to do in the family. So please, Daddy, sorry for that. Thank you for taking care of me. I'm about to kill. They started crying from the background too, the parents. So it was my turn to talk now. I said, I will not talk. They now hit me on my head. They say, this one, you are proving so stubborn. I say, no, I'm not proving stubborn. I don't want to call my family now because I know the situation they are passing through. And I'll say, okay, this is the situation now. It was that evening, my younger sister called me that where my father was pastoring, 7 women died that very particular day because in a motor accident, they were on their way journey to a wedding and they died. So all of them, they were so confused, both my dad and mom. So if I called them that evening, so how would they feel if I called them and said I'm about to be killed? I know who my mother, she may faint and probably she may even die at that very moment. I say, but I'm not denying that you people say I should make my call, but I'm going to give you 2 numbers that if you succeeded in killing us, don't call my parents directly. Call these numbers. They are my uncles. They're one of them. But before then, I beg them. The Bongom Jos. When we say Bongom Jos, it means the traditional chief of council in Jos, Plateau State in Nigeria, which he was the former Control General of Nigeria Custom. So I said, I have one person that if I call, he will get contact to that person so that he will explain more. So they refused. They said no. Even them, the village said they don't have contact of that Bongom Jos, talk less of me. I say no, he's our church member and I know the pastor in that Jos that if I call him, he will call him directly and he will be able to talk to you as a village head. They said no. Not knowing fully, the youth now went and carried the seats of the bike. Behold, there was a sharp knife, very sharp knife, long one. They say, hey, look at it, we have told you, these people are criminals. So what happened? They now say, okay, who is driving this bike? Who is the owner of the bike? I say, we hired the bike. Okay, what happened? Look at the knife, not knowing that they were the one that keep the knife. Because I said, when we hired the bike, the only thing I check, whether brake is working, whether there is light, that's the only thing. I didn't check. So they now call them. I say, give us the number of the bike man. We give them. They call him. They say, I don't know that there is any sharp knife in my district. So they say, please, allow us to kill these people. We have found this knife in this bike people. They have said, we don't know what is happening, what is going to happen in the next few hours. They are going to bomb our community. Allow us to kill. So they say, okay, let's see your ID card. We show them their ID card. Yes, initially our ID card was expired, but we explained, we say yes, we are to graduate 2013, and we explained to them knowing fully there was a year between 2013 and 2012. The whole of Nigeria were on strike for a particular year. So that is why we say that's why our ID card is showing expired, but all over in Nigeria is allowed. They allow us to be using the ID card like that. They said we are not students. Okay, give us the number of any of your lecturer. We have given them, but the number of the lecturer we give, it was not the lecturer that was supervising our project. It was another lecturer different. They called the lecturer, they put it on loudspeaker. Did you know who is called Godwin or Felix? He said yes, he knows them. Are you aware that they are writing project? He said yes. They say on what? But he was not our lecturer from our department, but he was answering the questions. But he told them yes. They once tell me that they want to write project on radio something. But he was online. But because he was not from our department, he doesn't know anything. But he was online because we are writing on the effect of topography on radio transmission. So that is what happened in a nutshell. So as I was saying, I said I will not call my parents from the beginning. Okay, but take these numbers. I give my uncle's number, whose name was Elder Mathew from Abuja, and one of my uncle was Enoch. I say, if you succeeded in killing me, call these two numbers. So finally, they were about to shoot us. They say, is that all? You don't have anything to say. So, but one man was telling me, as I was tied my hand at the back like this, shivering. So, but one man was telling me that, don't worry, your future is bright. You have something to do for God. I say, but what is coming to my mind like this? But I'm about to be killed. So one old man and a daughter of the village said, she was crying bitterly, said, Daddy, please, you people should not succeed in killing these two people. They are innocent. According to how they interviewed them, they are all students. Please don't kill them. They bring out the laptop to know whether we are students. They said, look at the laptop. Maybe they stole the laptop. They say, no, okay, what is on the screen of the laptop? My friend say because it was his laptop, it was cartoon. Or I tell us the pin, he say it was his finger. He put his finger, the laptop now on everything. They say, okay, they lose us. They say, oh yeah, can you do whatever the reading you say you are taking in the mountain and in the valley? We take the reading. They show the reading on the television. I'm quite sure anybody in that community, if you own your television, the television is on, you will just see like the pictures will not be clear. So we say that is why we are taking. After we succeeded in writing the project, they will come and do something. Even the one house that they were having television watching, they were having long antenna. So that was the problem. You say, look at what they're reading. They said it, they said they didn't agree. They tied us again. Now, final, about to shoot us. One old man and the daughter of the village said, she ran into the bush, said, Daddy, I am a student. With one guy say he's a student. This thing that they are saying, it is a true. Don't kill them. The daughter said, Daddy, if you kill them, I will never come back to this house again. She started running. They follow her and catch her and bring her back. One old man shake his head, speak their language. But I am very sure what he said, his hand is not among if you succeeded in killing these people. So finally, the old man now left. He said he don't want to see why killing us. He started crying. The intelligent, cocking is gone. The person that was at the last, because they were to start with my friend, he shouted, please, I have last word to say. What is that thing? He said, okay, since we explain ourselves, you refuse. I am very sure you people have youth that they are somewhere else. I'm very sure and I believe what you did to us exactly would happen to your youth out there. Exactly that is what will happen. Oh yeah, kill me. Please don't start with that person. Start with me. He started crying. Please start with me. The intelligent cock is gone. About to shoot. He dipped very well. He breathed in and calmed down. He said, you people should lose these people. They lose us, ask us to kneel down, we kneel down. Are you sure you are saying the truth? We said yes. So finally, they released us. But within a twinkle of an eye, there was no single youth there. I know when they released us, the youth now went ahead to block us, that they were not content, they will kill us while going back. As if I know, God was showing me so many other things. After releasing us, we are about, where you people should go. I said, we will not go. Please help us with any other place that we can sleep so that we'll go tomorrow morning. They say, why are you talking? I say, where are the youth? They are waiting for us in the road to kill us. The intelligence said, you are right. They take us to, I say, even though it is said, because nobody agreed, they said they will kill us tonight. Or I'll go to the cell. Can you sleep in the cell? I say, we don't mind, we will sleep there. The place was not conducive. The man pitied us. He said, you guys are really students. When I come from the beginning, if I see criminal I used to know, I just do this thing to fulfill righteousness. So I will not allow you to sleep here. Let me take you to where you people are going. He used his car. There was no fuel. We fueled the car. But the bike, the car that the policemen were using, we cannot put our bike inside. And I was the only person that can ride bike. So all of them were afraid. I said, okay. I tell the police, okay, don't speed so that I'll be following for back. So I was following for back. He was going slowly because the security was too high there. So the bike man, I was riding the bike, the policemen were driving, and the intelligent in the front. I was following them. So not knowing that the youth in that community lie down in the road waiting for us to pass. So the car was in the front now. So what happens? They saw the light, it was a car, and I was following the car at the back. I didn't allow to walk in the shoulder, to drive in the shoulder. So what happens? They were waiting for that car to pass. They were seeing car. So immediately as the car passed, they now saw the bike and they were able to recognize me. They started shouting. He's the one. They started following me, throwing stones, throwing their knives, and no any stones reached me because as soon as they passed, the car started speeding and I was so speeding again. So we now reached the place. The intelligence said we went to the place where that boy was. He took us to their family house. When we went there, people were there crying that they have already succeeded in killing their son because his number was not going. They say, look at them, they are here. Oh. They welcome us. The mom started crying. Even when the boy went to see the mom couldn't believe. Say, no, you are not the one. Say, mommy, I'm the one. How comes? What happens? We explain ourselves. But finally, we take our bath. They give us food. We eat. That following morning, we were not able to take the reading again. We went back in order to go and tell the lecturer what happens. And that is how we are safe. And thank God, finally now, with this story that I've shared, I am safe. I reason with the fact that one man was telling me, you have something in future. I just smiled when after my university, after my NYC, I was teaching in private school. When I now got another job in government secondary school. So both, we are teaching as engagement staff, not fully employed. The day I was employed, what am I trying to say? Two employment come at the same time. So I was employed in the Ministry of National Research and Space Development Agency under Federal Ministry of Science and Tech. The day I started work, the first day I sat down on a very good chair with AC, everything, I was just singing, trying to remember the past. A call come in again from my principal. You people are now fully staffed. Come to the Ministry of Education, Lafia in Nasarawa State, and collect your employment letter. I just smiled. I say, look at, now I understand that mind that was telling me, don't worry, you are not going to be killed, you have a future. So finally, I'm happy. I'm a civil servant. I'm working with the Federal Ministry of Affairs. Okay, what I will finally advise, no matter the situation you find yourself, please don't be discouraged because God sees beyond your presence. Thank you.